Hello everyone, this is Madison. I will be playing a little bit of the top-down 2D adventure game Anodyne. Anodyne was developed by Sean Hogan and Jonathan Kitaka. This game has a very similar feel to The Legend of Zelda NES, as well as A Link to the Past and The Binding of Isaac. My team Above Normal Production is creating a similar game called Hat Trick, inspired from the Atari game Dark Chambers. Hat Trick is a top-down adventure shooter where our main character Benny has been pulled into his own hat by his rabbits, who have transformed into hideous monsters. The only way for Benny to escape is to feed all the rabbits and return them to their original form. Anodyne and Hat Trick both kind of tip their hat to the Atari game Dark Chambers, which is also a 2D top-down adventure / dungeon crawler. Hat Trick also shares a similar shooting mechanic to Dark Chambers. There are many mechanics in Anodyne, but I would like to cover what I believe are core to the game. Right now we just entered a Nexus portal, which is kind of a central hub for the player to traverse the world, which is it's rather large, so it makes it easier so you don't have to walk across the entire thing. Our main character, Young, the janitor, can move in all 8 cardinal directions as well as attack with his broom. From here we'll head into this dungeon where maybe we can have some enemy interactions. Okay, in here we have a frog enemy, which is like an enemy that shoots these trio of bubbles at you, and takes a couple hits to destroy. And then in this room there's a dog, which when you defeat this dog, it'll unlock these gates, which is a pretty common mechanic in this game. When you defeat all the enemies in a room, the doors will unlock. Also in this game, it's when you take damage or fall down a hole or get hurt in any way, you take 1 point of damage, which from your health, which is up in the top right corner, which it's a feature I like in the game. It's very forgiving to the player, which allows you to make mistakes without almost dying every single time. One of the more unique mechanics to this game is the dust mechanic, which looks like we'll use in this room, and you can kind of use it by picking up the dust with your broom, and then you can place the dust places to kind of interact with the world, and like here it changes the switches for you, and there's other parts where you can even use it as like a boat to travel over water and stuff. One of the things I didn't love about this game is a lot of mechanics aren't explained very well to the players, so there's been many parts where you feel stuck or lost just because a mechanic wasn't explained to you, so you didn't really know how to traverse a room or a puzzle or something like that. So it's a lot of figuring things out yourself, which I guess isn't awful, but I wasn't a huge fan of the way it was implemented in this game. Also in this game, in the next room, once we get past this puzzle, the other, I think, important feature of the game is the save feature, because, like I said earlier, it is kind of a larger game, so I don't necessarily think it's like a one playthrough kind of game, especially probably not for the first time through. So whenever you see those checkpoint C's, you just can step on top of them and then interact with them, and save your game. Also, the player at some point unlocks the jump ability, which is another pretty important mechanic, and you can use jump over holes to help solve puzzles. So like here we can jump over here to get the other switch. And once we hit both switches, we'll unlock the door. And a lot of this is kind of the core style of the game, is you'll go into rooms, fight enemies, or solve puzzles, and unlock gates and move further, which is similar to our game, Hat Trick. This game shared a lot with Dark Chambers. It's a very similar top-down aesthetic and movement, and also the attack mechanic is pretty similar. It's more shooting in Dark Chambers, but it plays in a similar way. But anyways, my name is Madison, and that was my coverage of the game Anodyne for the PC. Thanks for watching, and feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at mouse_Gordon. Alright, bye.